If you just stumble across the channel, it's probably because somebody hit that like button before. And for those of you who hit that like button, comment, and subscribe, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
I wait for someone to save. I want to tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. Don't you think you wanna be more the best? If I back myself, I ain't sooner than this. Don't you think you wanna be more the best? If I back myself, I ain't sooner than this. Don't you wish I would've been someone else? I wanna feel your gap without making a mess at you. Won't you tell me something new? I wanna tell you something new. I wish you all the best I can, and I stop myself for a while. I'm saying things I don't believe. The panic's rising up in you. Won't you tell me something new? Don't you think you wanna be more the best? If I back myself, I ain't sooner than this. Don't you think you wanna be more the best? If I back myself, I ain't sooner than this. Don't you wish I would've been someone else? I wanna feel your gap without making a mess at you. Won't you tell me something new? I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. Don't you think you wanna be more the best? If I back myself, I ain't sooner than this. Don't you think you wanna be more the best? If I back myself, I ain't sooner than this. Don't you wish I would've been someone else? I wanna feel your gap without making a mess at you. Won't you tell me something new? Wish you all the best I can, then I stop myself for a while.
Chase your tail light. I'll be under your skin, letting you go for a while.
Thank you, Sean. That was the perfect time for the entry. Just right at the end of the song. Just push the button. Sorry, I was looking at the boobies on the thingy. You think they'll get better? You think they're kind of damaged or anything? I'm kind of worried about her bandage stuff like that. Go to your booth, Sean. Now. I was just really concerned. That's all. Now. You're late. Now. Move it. All right. One more look. Okay. Can I have this one? Can I get a copy of that? Go. Save the boobies. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we're ready to get started. About time. Hit the button!
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
My apologies. We're having some technical issues here with the buttons. They don't seem to be wanting to be pushed by fingers for some reason. Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto Road Dog. Sitting here looking at Bitcoin on the daily chart where we were up here and everything was looking good and we were all... No, we all weren't. Some of us knew that we're getting toward the toppy areas of this area just a wee bit higher, and honestly, I was hoping it would go a wee bit higher. I hoped it would go a wee bit higher when we were under 200 moving average, and we did, and I thought, well, why interrupt a good thing? Let's hope again. Did not happen. As you can see, my clue was to pull a fib and swing low to swing high. This is one of the top areas I look for. It's the 113, especially after we get a deep-ass retracement like we had from this high to this low. So that was the area with the possibility coming up here, but we didn't finally do it. So we broke a trend line. That was what we were looking for. The magic of trend lines will tell you when to get out of the trade and save your ass. Right there was the signal to get out, about 65,000. Some of you guys did, some of you guys did not. I was one of the guys that probably was sitting there going, I don't know, maybe you can still go up. Yeah, I know it happens. Even to the best of us. However, have a bigger plan in mind, but that was on the leverage. That was on a perpetual future thingy. That's where I probably should listen to it the most, just to tell you. But anyway, what I'm watching right now, and I've been throwing some trade setups just for this one particular area, and here's the reason why. This is a 382 Fibonacci retracement area. We are flirting very strongly with losing that, which we often do, but if we are in a bullish move, a higher high, we've got the chance. If we're making a higher high and looking for a higher low, at this point in the market, we've got to start looking at a 382s because that could be the bump up. If we don't, we can miss a good move, is what I'm saying, at this point in the market, in the game. So, and obviously we are holding around here. Can we bounce off of here? Can we? Yeah, we can. Will we? I'm starting to get a little bit more doubtful about it right now just because we've been here so long. I mean, we've been tracking a trade pretty much all day over in our little Telegram group. I just lost track of the hours there. I'm like, you're supposed to be a quick trade, and what happened to you? Let's go over that idea real quick, shall we? Won't take very long. We'll just pull up a picture. We've been talking and everything. But, where were you? Oh my gosh, this has been all freaking day long. I mean, we've been watching this mega pony pattern. Or I've been watching this mega pony pattern. I've been watching it up here, looking for that partial decline. Thought we had it up here about, what, 61,000? Nope, we didn't. And that's the thing about these mega pony patterns. I mean, in any of these patterns, that they can keep on going on until they don't. We finally got our partial decline here, got our breakout, and I'm like, yeah, 70% chance we break out of this little sucker. Ha ha! And then we got the biggest lackluster breakout of all. So, entries here got stopped out. Entries through here. Oh, maybe we're taking off now, maybe. The guy stopped out. Luckily, I'm still in this one right now that we're in here at the bottom. I'm going to have to draw a trend line on the bigger time frame, but we got a trend line down here that's respecting. And finally got the 200 moving average. I'm on the 1 minute time frame. DG in and out. That's what I've been... It zacks up all your time. Takes all your time away from you. And you're sitting there, is it going to do it? Is it going to do it? I don't know. Oh my gosh, I don't test that right now. Oh my gosh. When all you got to do is swing trade and just... Oh man, swing trading is so much less stressful or just time consuming than trying to sit here and scalp and trying to do little day trading. It's fun every once in a while, you get bored, but the correct answer would be a strong move from here, and we didn't get it, so it's kind of a sucky trade. So I'm in a sucky trade right now, still in profit, but will it continue? I mean, really, if you don't get a strong breakout, well, this can happen. So buying the breakout, of course, we're buying before the breakouts, but then adding, doing some other stuff. It's still a sucky trade. I'm just going to say. If you don't get results out of your breakout pretty quick, then you can probably fall into this little trap here, but a sucky trade. So we've been following a sucky trade all day today. Bitcoin, oh Bitcoin, Oh no! Get off that page. We're thumbnail hunting. So, but what's keeping me looking at it? Just the possibilities that can be going on. Now, over here, right over here, we got the 9 moving average flirting with crossing that 200. Now, I'm just going to tell you, if that happens, which it probably can, if the longer we stay here and don't start moving up, that's going to follow price. And then when that happens, we'll get a little boost, I believe, and break this 50 moving average. Not really excited about seeing that happen, so we got that idea. So if we do lose this area, 61,177, which we've already lost, we're at 61.4. We just haven't, Oh, you just dropped down on me again? Look at you go. So we're possibly heading here. Ichimoku Cloud is suggesting this area. I say, well, why would it want to stop there? We've already got past there. Why don't we keep on going to the 618? I'm looking at the 618. Ichimoku Cloud's looking at 59,576. I'm looking more at like 57,800-ish now, with an ever-growing possibility to come back and talk to this 360 moving average one more time. I don't think we need to. I think we had enough said over here. When we actually did talk to it, and then we just came by and gave it just a wave just to say hi. I still remember you. Oh, I'm supposed to go back the other way, right? Okay, I forgot. And we got lost again, and I hope we don't come and ask it for directions. That's all I'm saying. 57, 58, that was the original thing that we were talking about when we were going up here. We could reject and then come back and retest. And that's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting to see what our next high or low is going to be. Because according to WD Gann, once you break trend, and it looks like we broke trend, we made a higher high after we made a higher low, that next little higher low will be the point, according to WD Gann, to jump the hell in. Make sure your bags are packed. Buying the pullback after you make your higher, if you change your trend, is one of the best places to get in, according to him, and I believe that. And backtesting it and putting it into experience, I'll say that's a very insightful comment, WD Gann. I'm going to share that with my viewers, and that's what I'm doing. So whether that is here, the high or low is here. I mean, cross our fingers, hope to die, stick another needle in our eye. I hope so, but it's starting to look doubtful right now. Kudos for Bitcoin just hanging out there for a while. That shows a sign of strength. I mean, shoot. Folks, we could already be down at 40,000 right now if it wasn't for somebody buying. So thank you from the bottom of that's my heart for all you degens out there buying Bitcoin. She may just be a little bit more discounted, and if she comes down below 50, below 60s, I want to start buying more Bitcoin. So, if she wants to come back to 55, I'm cool with it, because I'm ready to stack up on it with the intent that we're going to be bouncing from there and hopefully not going lower. If that happens, I'll be like, oh crap, that was stupid. And this is the inner voices that you hear in your head all the time when you're trading. You hear fewer when you're on bigger time frames. You hear the most when you're on the smaller time frames. Oh man, the things that your head would say to you. You need to get out now while you're ahead. You should go. You should double up now, man. Yeah, you can make a comeback. You can. Throw it all in now. You got all kinds of things popping up inside your head. You shouldn't listen to nary one of them, for real. So that's it for Bitcoin on the daily. What's the 4 hour look like? 4 hour is still promising. And here's our show of support here. What I've got for show of support. Even though we lost that 382, that looks nasty. It looks like you definitely lost it. You totally lost it. You trying to recover it? For real, for real? Well, I'll give you kudos for trying. We got a 200 moving average and a 360 double teaming together here on price. 200 is above that 360. That's bullish in nature. Could we get a bounce here? We could. Let's hope. Cross our fingers. Now, if we get a bounce, does that mean that everything's good? No, unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. Here's a situation. Here's a couple of scenarios that we could be looking at here. Should we get lucky enough to get a bounce here out those lovely 382? Now, technically, getting a bounce at the 382 level should lead to a bigger move. It should. We'll just throw that. It should. If we dip below it a little bit, I don't know. We'll have to see how this goes. But what we could be looking at also is bouncing up here to this area that we were just left, this area of congestion that we have over here at 63,000. And then come lower. We could be looking at something like that too. So look, we can't get all too happy go lucky just yet. If we are bouncing from here, though, that does give us a new trend line, which, you know, let's see how this one stacks up. Does this angle agree with any price action that we have over here? Is the first thing that I ask, and I say yes. Why? Yes, it does. Look at this over here. This high to low is where we started measuring our bottom trend line in the first place. This is in the same trajectory here. That's another strength, another sign of confidence that we can get a bounce here. Maybe it will stick. Maybe it'll stick. Or maybe it'll come up here, come back, test it again, and break through. I don't know yet. But the signs are saying, man, it's still hopeful we can get a bounce here, believe it or not. So I'm a little bit more bullish now, especially since drawing trend lines here, than not that we can bounce from here when I'm seeing on the 4 hour. We take it down a little smaller. What are we fighting with on the 1 hour time frame? Well, a similar situation, only it's with the Lucy line, 666 moving average being the level of support there. Looks like the devil is beneath us. You're riding the devil. And then we got the 800 right below it, so that's good. We're above the non-moving average, so that's a first step. Oh, Bitcoin, man, you have just been a pain in the butt today. I'm just calling it like it is. I love you, but sometimes I just don't like you and what you do. For those of you out there looking at this, you will notice that price is coming down here. And if you look closely at the RSI, you will see a little bit of what we call divergence, where those same points on the RSI beneath now are going in the counter direction, if you will. That's what we call divergence, and when it looks like that, maybe I can throw this up without leaving it up there. This is my divergence cheat sheet, and I thought it would be clever and easy way to remember it, but I'm never getting comments on it, so it must suck. But you know, you see the bow tie one at the top. You can see how it's doing that. Well, this kind of greater than, less than, I can't even freaking remember. I think it's greater than sign. The big fishy with teeth, the big old piranha, it's pointing that way. That's the regular bullish divergence. That's the strong type. And that it can indicate a reversal under normal circumstances. It's not very accurate when it comes to a parabolic move or something with the curviness in it. It is not as accurate there. I found that you can look for 3 instances there, and that's helpful. So if I'll try to point that out whenever I see that, or I do try to point it out when I see it. But in these instances, it's a nice suggestion that we should bounce here with that divergence. And it should be a good one. Should be. Well, let's wait and see. But most of the time, I do find it to be more reliable than not. Okay, so that's why I'm always looking for divergences. Some people only trade the divergences. They have some good luck with that. I definitely look for that in the equation. And when I see it, it's a bonus point when I want to jump in on the bottom. It might be that little extra thing that says, tips me that way, and I'll say, oh, you taught me into it. Okay, I'll go for it this time. Just because of divergence being there, and it can make a little bit of a difference. It can make a huge difference, really. So we've got it on the RSI. We've also got it on the wave thing here. So a lot of people do it on the wave things. I don't find that they're that strong on the waves, to be honest with you. I'll go with it. I prefer to look on the RSI. Sometimes you feed on the MACD even. You know, it's going up too as price is coming down. From here to the bottom of the histogram, that's also, you know, diverging from the direction of these candle closes. And I make it very important to do this when you take your divergence. This is what some people don't talk about. Every once in a while, you'll see somebody do it, you know, not this way on YouTube, but the divergence, the RSI is calculated on the candle closes. So it's imperative that when you take your divergence that you do it from the candle body closes and not do it from the wicks. Because, you know, the RSI, especially with the RSI, because it's calculating on candle closes. So if you do it from the wicks, you're getting some different information from the rest of us people, and you can probably get some different results. So just throwing that out there. Let's say hello to everybody in the chat. As soon as I can find our chat box. There we are. So welcome in, everybody. Got Mr. Miles here commenting on the thumbnail. Oh no, wasn't that? Oh, she's already gone. Was it much? Was it too much? Was she a little bit too much? I'm still worried about them. Shut up, Sean. All right, clearly we can't see that with Sean around. He's very sensitive. He gets very upset when he sees people in bandages. He's such a concerned individual. So 1 hour, we were above the non-moving average. That's great. Finding resistance, you know, at a what appears to be probably the Fibonacci here is 382. It's green, and a 21 moving average. So we got some struggles. She's going to have some fighting to do. She's got to fight her way through this cloud, which is just now curving around and getting thick. It's like, I didn't want to do it, but they made me. So whatever. If we find ourselves on the other side of this cloud, so much the better. If we find a little sliver of green cloud over here, just a sliver, not a thick cloud, even some more bonus points on that. But my gosh, you're taking your time getting this trade working, aren't you, Bitcoin? We were saying hello to everybody in the chat and we lost our box. Sorry about that. Got distracted by the boobies just like Mr. Miles did. I blame it on AI because I asked specifically for Disney's Princess and this is what they gave me. Sometimes you just got to roll with what you're given and make the best of it, and that's what I try to do, and so here we are. Hopefully those big knockers don't offend anybody. I'm always questionable about people who are offended by big door knockers anyway. Straight. Apparently. Looks like we found a topic for tonight, didn't we? We've got Joe back in here from Joe from Trade Intuition. So we have Brackets Adventures. Don't make sure I don't miss anybody, but Mr. Miles Strega and Joe from Trade Intuition. Got his internet back on. I had to reach out to him today. I was like, man, I've not been seeing you stream, dude. I know I've had a few things going on, but you know, I'm not seeing you pop up on my thing. So he was out with the storms. I guess he hit over in his Georgia area. I haven't had too bad in my area of North Virginia. Are you North Virginia or East Virginia? Northeast Virginia. We got lots of hills around here, so we don't. But we did get some rain. But they had it kind of rough down there south and back homeland. Oh, Tennessee boy like myself, we're not too far away from you in Georgia. Pumpkin bread for the pump in the market. Strega says you're wearing the same jacket as Elf. No, actually, it's different. This one is I do wear that other one sometimes, but let's compare.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
A little different. A little different. Strega said the rabbit hole goes deep. The rabbit hole always goes deep. Mr. Miles says, looking at the chat, it looks like Lime Mod Night on the Road Dogs channel. Crypto Brad says, smash the likes. Hey, I appreciate that, Crypto Brad. Glad to have you hanging out here. Mr. Miles says, hit the like button, you lazy sacks of flesh. The more likes we get, the more coins we get to go into. Error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers who experience buffering. Let me know if you guys experience any buffering. Jeez. Affecting my internet now? What's up? Brackets of Interest says, what did the monster say to the ghost? Bullshit. I never heard that one. That's cool. We need a monster or a Frankenstein filter for Road Dog. Actually, I got two. I just haven't found them back since I switched computers. I got to dig that up. But I do have one. Critical Massive Enterprise. I'm late. You're never late. I'm just early. Dream Tank CV says, let's go. And Brandon K says, what's up? Let's go, baby. Woo woo. Gearthan says, what up, road? Can you check out others? And Natrit says, LFG. Let's check out others. Actually, I don't know why I keep doing that. I've got it right over here. Let's get on the bigger time frame. Sweet, we are still above this little area, which was that was a 236 Fibonacci area, I think, from this lower pull. We need to do that, and then we get past this other 236 Fibonacci from a bigger pull. We'll be out of our little discount zone, I guess as we call it. Currently, right now, we had this nice little double bottom formation here that gave us a belt line. Do you want the speech, or can I just go from here? Because I will explain why I call it a belt line. Don't think I won't. Anyway, we're testing that area, and that's normal. You know, we should bounce off of that. Hopefully, we'll bounce off of that. So we got that idea, and then you also got, you know, a new trend line for support there to give us a double layer protection. So if we see that line break, that's bad news. Don't want to see that happen. Or this one break. Either one of those break. Anywhere at this apex here would not be good. Would not be a good luck. So we need to hold that. Looks like we will. I think we will. It's the curving of the moving averages. The biggest thing that's just cluing me in that things are looking pretty nice and dandy for others. I'm on others dominance, by the way. Crap. I thought, here's others. My bad. Looks the same. Same situation going on. It's just a little bit of a deeper retracement on the actually others rather than the dominance. Still got a trend line. I've got you in a megaphone pattern, which means that we can ping pong off this little suckers for a long time. For real. If I no, I'm sticking with that. I'm on the daily. Going by these. Let me tighten it up. Looks like you might be trying to lose that little sucker. Did you lose it? No. Got you to a wick. We're still good. Here on the 4 hour for others. 200, 300, that's good. They're in good order. That's in good order. These two are reversed. It is going to be a headache for getting these guys straightened out. So a lot of times we see these, they'll just bounce off one into the other. I'm not saying that she's going to try to go up here, but she's going to catch a lot of flack over here. They're going to be talking bad about her or whatever at $230 billion. This little fib line I've got there too. A little resistance in those areas. But after we get past that, then maybe we can talk about coming up to the top of the trend line. At some point, it's not going to touch the top. It'll get on its own little other thing. But they sure are fun when they starting out to play these little guys. They're normally bearish. They're normally supposed to break to the downside. I'd say eventually it will. Just hopefully not today. Hopefully today we get a nice little boost out of these others, these altcoins. That's what this represents. This is the total top market cap excluding the top 10 and blah, 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 other stuff like that. I forgot exactly what it did entail. But it's basically without all the stable coins and the top movers. Give us a little bit more of a feel for what's going on with the regular coins that we're kind of into, right? So it's bullish that the 150 have crossed over these bigger moving averages. I like that. It should be looking for a bounce here. It can wick down and touch these other guys though. So if if you break a trend line, that's one thing. Closing a candle below it, yeah, we don't want to see that. Wicking below it, we can handle it. Don't like it. It's a sign of weakness. But we can survive that. But a candle closed below that, well, that changes the whole story altogether. That puts us on that breaks market structure, baby. We don't want to break market structure. We want to keep the structure going. Right now, the structure can bounce off of here and go up, and I like that. That means altcoins will start looking nice and start looking better. We can see an improvement out of altcoins because, gosh, no, they need it. Mr. Miles says no buffering, but quality drops. It's good right now. And so far, it says it's healthy now. Okay, cool. Know any good LP farms for Ethereum? I'm not really doing any DeFi with Ethereum itself. Now I use some side chains and things like that. But to answer your question, no, I don't. Somebody else here might. Somebody else might know some. You can chime in. that's the cool thing about these streams and things like that in this community is that, we can communicate with each other and share ideas, and a lot of wonderful ideas on this channel come from you guys. I'm just saying that. Give you credit where credit is due. I mean, really, you make up the stream and the quality that we get out. It's because of you guys. How many gems have come across here that we looked at and said, oh gosh, that looks cool. Sharing information is key, and that's why I've got this channel, and I've got a free community, trading community. I'm not calling it a trading group because I don't run it like a trading group. Similar, but I'm not in there posting trade setups and willy-nilly every day or anything like that. I want to start doing that more, but when the market starts getting better, I'll start. Refreshing. Or good pairs for ETH. I'll keep my eyes open. I just don't ever really trade very much against Ethereum. I don't even check the coins against Bitcoin as much as I should. If we're smart, we would only be trading in the coins that have been showing some really positive, strong results against Bitcoin. I mean, for real. But, we're all hopeful that there's, we got reasons for being in other coins. Still no buffer and just random drops in quality, but only lasts for a minute before it goes back to normal. Cool. That's right, says, Road Dog, do you remember Tony and Joe from Dallas? Tony and Joe from Dallas. Nope. Probably need a little bit more context there. I find so many good farms for Solana, but having a harder time with ETH. Actually, I've been getting out of my farms lately. I mean, I cleared them all out. I went on Cosmos ecosystem. I just cleared them all out. And I've had some of those things there for a long time. Here's what I found with DeFi. They switched that game up too much in DeFi. You will have a liquidity pool, and then at some point you go back. If you're not staying on top of that and you check back too late, you might find out, that they decided to switch, upgrade, transfer over, do something else, something that ends up making you lose. That's what I found on some of these things. Some of those pairs or pools, I don't know, maybe a project dies and something goes out. I found a few little, I put small amounts in some of these things just to do it. And then you go back a little while later and there's nothing there, I mean, more often than not, I see that unless you're just right in there really managing it and taking care of it. It's not something that you can just put in there and just, we'll just leave it in here because I've done that. Some of them worked out. Some of them were okay. Most of them, it ends up being a drain. I mean, but the benefit is that you do get the rewards, so that helps make up from all that. So you have unrealized loss, and then you got some just loss in general from crap that goes on in the market. So I decided, I was going to pull out most of my pools. I've got a few. I think the ones that I would be interested in actually for a pool, and I'm still questioning about that, is the Tether stablecoins. When you have like USDT against USDT and you get, that little bit. Those are, I think those are kind of a little bit safer because usually they're the 1-to-1, but I found some that are offshoot. Maybe you have more Tether, like 75% Tether against 25% USD, something like that. I don't know. Those should be a lot safer. So I will play with some of those. But I mean, they've got some new ways that they do pools and pool migrations. They'll do it one way, one here, and then they switch and migrate to a new, better way, and then you're stuck. And you're like, well, what the hell? Oh, am I supposed to, I run into some issues like that. And then I put it in the new pool, and they got a scale, the sliding scale, and then you find out you can add to that. And I'm just like, I'm not playing this game anymore. I went in and I know one of mine was Ori chain against Tether, because those are relatively safe. Well, I went in and all my Ori's going, and I'm full of Tether or something. And okay, so you just basically sold all my coinage. This is how it worked out. It's just like me selling on the way up. And I just pulled everything and said, screw it. So I played D4-5 for a while. It's been interesting. It's helped with some steady rewards and whatnot, but overall, I don't think it's the real winner to make you millions. It's got to be there, but I just think the shenanigans that's pulled and the upgrades and rolling over from versions to versions, you're going to have losses. It's been my experience. I got on a rant on DeFi now. We haven't even looked at the first altcoin. Which probably I'd like to take a quick look at Total 3. Oh gosh, did you break a trend line? What's up with you, Total 3? Why are you looking bad and Total 3 and others looked all right? Because they got bigger coins? All right, well, don't be a smartass. We're expecting to bounce there like we were on the other one, but we didn't get it. Could this be a warning that other three will follow? There's an idea. Will this follow? Can it? I think it's got a good possibility to hold this trend line on others. Total 3, I don't know what the hell you're doing. I was going to be honest with you. You're freaking out. I'm going to tighten them up. No, I got you right there. There's a 200 moving average, just like there is on others, but we've broken a trend line here. Now, maybe we will come back up in here and then just make it into a bear trap, or maybe we'll just have to eat some dust for a while. This is when I like to zoom out on things like this and just kind of look back and see, oh, we had a breakout and this is a possible retest. It's a lower one than we break out. That sucks. There's a chance even with this trend line. I don't like it breaking a trend line though. You might be doing something funky going with a different angle, okay? So I'll keep that idea in mind, but you don't want to play this card too often because then you find yourself, well, maybe if we pull it over here. Well, maybe if we do this. When you break a major trend line, that's something to pay attention to. This might catch a bear trap. I don't know. We'll see. Idea, whatever. I just want to bounce the number go up. I just want to start coming up towards the yellow line. I don't care what method that it gets to get there or what little patterny thing it wants to do. I just want it to go up there. Can we do that? Oh, and check out SWE here on Binance, I guess, because it was the first one. Oh, lucky. Is that a target? The guy, did you actually hit that? Did I get paid? So I needed to get paid on SWE. Did I get paid? I'm wondering. I gotta look. I've been expecting a payday from SWE. I've been waiting and waiting for that target. And I was like, get up there so close, and then you peel back and laugh at me. Tried to make me sell early. You tried. I got paid. That wasn't very much. Okay. Well, SWE just wants to keep on going with token unlocks and everything. I got the little note up here. Yeah, the token unlocks have happened. That happened on the 1st, and you know, you're wondering, is it going to dump us or what? It hasn't dumped us yet. I mean, we had a little bit of a sell-off to 167, 168, but we popped right back up, so we're still looking bullish AFS on SWE. I don't know how long she can continue this. I don't know, but she's broke back into this previous channel idea that we got, and as crazy as this sounds, now hear me out. Normally I'm looking for little bitty bear traps, but this may qualify as a bear trap. You're stupid, road dog. It was just another channel. Yeah, I know it's another channel, but now we broke up into this other channel, and I think the same rules apply. We can expect a big move. I'm looking for 241 and 266 out of SWE. It sounds stupid crazy. We might get a pullback back to 180, but I'm still seeing these. I'm seeing these two high targets becoming more of a realistic possibility now. So I don't have very much SWE, but I do have some that I will borrow and sell up here and short the freakers out of this if it still does not doing the straight line thing right through there. That would kind of make me say, This is unnatural. It cannot sustain, but for some reason, somehow, it has been blessed with sustainability in an ongoing erection that will not droop over. SWE has overdosed on Viagra. It is now official. You can see the candles are blue. The pill is blue. It's transparent, clearly. Wow, SWE. So resistance at $2. That might last a little bit, but man, when we break through that, I'm 241, 266. But let's do it, baby. Critical Massive Enterprise. DeFi Llama is an amazing tool for checking correlation of pairs. That's how divergent they are from each other. Just Google DeFi Llama correlated pairs. Oh, good alpha right there. That's not in my typical day-to-day thing to do. I like that. I like that a lot. That's a smart move. Have to be super cautious. Here this in total 3 dump more and broke trend because of XRP. What did XRP do? Holy crap! Dang, XRP. Are you trying to pull a rug out of under somebody? What was that crap, man? Well, there was a trend line there that would have been a great place to put a stop loss underneath at 59.60 cents. Wow. XRP, what is going on with you? Look at all this. It's a noisy ass chart, man. You got too many coins for one thing. That's one thing I don't like about XRP. Too many dang coins and good crap like this. And slow ass price action. All right, so there's an angle going on here. A little extreme, but it matches up so far. Actually, it's not quite touching it just yet. She might have just a little bit more to go there. If we're being anal about connecting the dots and whatnot. Oh, you right at it. Well, that would be a great place to bounce. What kind of shape? I'm on the daily. What kind of shape are you giving me here? I'm going candle bodies to figure this out. Some people like to cut through all the lines and stuff, but this does look like, and I'm picky about them, but that's a nice one. Ascending triangle, where they come up and squeeze, and they're technically considered to be a continuation pattern. I've heard some people call them a bilateral 50-50 pattern, meaning it breaks up to the upside or downside 50% of the time, and I say that that is incorrect. This actually has a 63% chance to break to the upside. That it do, for real, according to Thomas Bukowski. Actually, you know what? I want to settle this, and I'm not just going to tell you. I want to show you. I'm going to give you real life percentages so that you got something solid and don't keep hearing somebody say, "Oh, it's 68% of the chance it can break up to the upside," because that's what they keep saying. So I'm going to come over to the patternsite.com free site that has changed my life. I'm going to go to the index over here, and we're going to come down to what is ascending triangle under the A's, I would assume. Ascending makes an ass out of you, ascending and me, both. Ascending triangle. Boom. Which is what we got. On a lot of the triangle patterns, you will find a percentage for breaks up to the upside and downside. This upward breakout, 63% of the time and 64% of the way through the triangle apex. Now, how many times has your guru told you that? Look for it 64% of the way into the triangle for a breakout. Nope, probably not. I'm just saying, but this is the alpha that you get over here. Time tested. It's a good textbook, a good rule of thumb to go by, rather than just somebody on YouTube saying whatever percentage comes out of their ass. And that happens way too often than not. 63% up, 64% of the way into the programs, into the pattern there. So are we about 64% of the way? You got to eyeball it and whatnot. Now, for real, but to the apex. And we will say that we started here. I would say that this is about the 50% line, and I would say our 64, about somewhere through here. I'm guesstimating because I don't have a tool to measure this or anything. But so we're looking. Oh man, that's toward the end of October by this on the daily. So maybe it take us that long to get over there. Maybe. Here's one thing that we could do. It's just a little fractal, but it's a, you know, give us an idea what maybe time could look like. Oh, don't come and do this, but you know, October, yeah, it's about the right timeline. That would be kind of what we're looking for, except for not the downside. Although that could happen too. That would suck, wouldn't it? That would really suck. But a 63% chance to break up after you get around the 64% of the way in is the basic Bukowski rules for it. Until then, we're in no man's land. Just what the hell's going on? XRP, that surprised me. I wasn't ready. I've got a position in that. I wonder what it's doing. Maybe you got some orders filled. Was going to buy SWE and take myself out of it for some reason. Now regretting it. I actually did pretty good on SWE. It's actually, and I ended up selling more than I meant to because she kept going higher and higher. But you know, I'm on spot margin, so I got a few tricks up my sleeve that I can pull with that, and then gradually build my bag back up and stuff. But I came out. I got extra dry powder from that move that I'm able to just, since SWE's not doing anything but hanging up at highs, you know, I'm just taking it and moving over to the other places I need it to boost up some other position, like my link position I'm trying to build up, my near position I'm trying to build back up. So I'm taking some of that and moving it around until she comes back down. But then, hell, I've got enough where I can just borrow and, you know, I might as well just pull my profits from there now. She did pretty well. I was getting in somewhere, we were around between 60 and 80 cents when we were all through there. I thought it was getting kind of high at 80, and then she started taking up. She got down pretty low, and I was like, let's load up on thumb. SWE's going, it is. I can't see how it's going to be sustainable. Even if it's the greatest new train in the world, she's going to have a pullback, and she's going to come back to reality. You can expect a 50% retracement from this. That's the given. That's the Dow. That's the Dow theory from a big impulse move like that. Charles Dow, that was his thing. So big impulse move. You can expect at least a 50% correction, at least. Whenever she tops out halfway down, probably where you should look at buying, or look for her to have a reaction halfway down of, well, that's a big giant dildo candle. Is that a word? I've heard it used before. Looks like I know for XRP, it did look like an L rug, didn't it? XRP does what XRP does, then it goes up and takes all the profits. If the drop was from the war, then why did it only stop at 60K? Says Chris. Hey, welcome stream, Chris. 1 2 3 2 1 2 2 2. If the drop was from the war, then why did it only stop at 60K? Now, my answer is going to be that the market makers and the bigger hands at play here, even on Wall Street, they look for any reason to take prices and go short. So any bad news that comes up, it's like the bears, they just love it. That's like piling on shorts, selling off or whatever, and paper hands too. But why did it stop at 60,000 instead of going down? I don't, because I think it was more finagled. It's my personal opinion. Bitcoin and crypto have not been following more of your S&P 500, your tech stocks, your more risk adverse plays, and they haven't been coming in crypto with that bigger money yet. We haven't seen it bleed over just yet. And I've been curious as to why. So we're kind of like we're lagging behind, but it will come. But as far as how far she will go, I mean, none of us really know. We just have some good, ideas with something that kind of backs it up that may support that idea, such as some trend lines and some moving averages, supports of some market history and some things like that. But it could still easily come down to 55,000. We should just be seeing the brunt of it. I mean, when you take into consideration, we're looking at the same thing we looked at over here. We're at the 50 moving average. Oh, we hadn't broken that. Which the doing, things still look like they could pull back. We could bounce off of here and go, and then we didn't. We fell through. Same thing over here. And I think I did this last night, man. I did this bars pattern on this. And I mean, let this open. I mean, just make you think. But look at this. When I put it up right beside it, what are we doing? We're doing the same damn thing. from their tops, we come down here and then we go sideways, and it looks like we can bounce. We got a trend line, we got some other hopeful signs. It might hang out here a while, and then boom, here we come back to 55,000, hit our little target. And I'm trying to leave this little guy out because we could see something similar to that. And it may be a news event that takes us there. We may be trying our damnedest, to recover here. And then, like I said, this is the scenario that we've been looking at, right? We talked about earlier. It might come up here and then come down and then start working toward these areas. It's exactly the same thing that did before. And there wasn't even any really bad news going on. That's just what she did. So, some ideas. She did make a higher high. This is a known reversal area, fib level, based off of this swing here. So, it's expected to, in my strategy, to always start looking at 618s and 786s in that. I'm just kind of eyeballing this particular area just in case. Because it can, if it does bounce here, it can lead to a big ass move. That's why I'm paying attention to it. But if we lose a trend line, man, we're looking at these levels again, maybe even down to 54, who knows? I do believe Dodo Candle is official terminology. I thought he was. Thank you for a second for backing me up on that. Now we got two sources. So do we think the war possibility is priced in now? Can you price it in? Can you really? I don't think you can price things like that in, because all it takes is one bad news day, some attack coming over, and a lot of people being hurt or something, and the markets are going to start tanking again. So it definitely makes things tricky, but that's one negative thing that's going on now. If we had good leadership in our country, besides ones kind of spurring this shit on like they do in the background, we wouldn't be facing this situation, for one thing. And we could have, right conditioned people to step in and help make sense of this, but we don't have that right now. So that's one thing we got. That can change, and the whole market can change really quick too in November. It did before. Brackets Venture says, Mr. Gann saying we're going to drop to 50,000 or so. I hope not, but we are not done per the square of 9. I have not run any of this stuff through the square of 9. I've got to remember how that stuff goes. That's a fun rabbit hole to go down. That software is available. There's some software on the trading group community, rather. I prefer to call it a community. Over in the chart room area, I've got the WD Gann methods that kind of dive into him and some of the things about him and stuff. But there is some software over here. This is what it looks like that does the whole gamut for you. It's free. Ganzilla, open source. You can check it. It's verify that it's safe for you and all that stuff. But I got all the links and stuff to all that. And some other good sources for Gann material is over there. As well as one of the brackets just shared a new person that I'm not familiar with, or haven't been familiar with. It's a Gann person. It's a very interesting rabbit hole to go down. He was one of the greatest traders ever. And anything that you pick up from him is just sheer wisdom and alpha genius. Trika says, hopefully 46K. All right, and that's cool if I can get out my altcoins before then, but riding my altcoins down with Bitcoin, that's too much. Too much. And Bull Bear, the person's on screen still, is it? Oh, gosh darn it. I always forget to. Thank you for that. Always forget to do that. All right, so we kind of spent a bunch of time talking about just the general market. Let's see. Let's take a look at some other things. Axelar looked like it was having a nice day. I guess from bouncing back from here. So yeah, nice boy. 73 cents all the way down to 55. Huh. Look at that nice round. Oh, look at the cup and handy to the upside. It looks more cup and handle than what most people call cup and handles. I'll give it that. Price came in from the bottom to the first left. That's one of the big things. A lot of times people got cup and handles where price is coming down, and it's really a different animal. It really is. The other part of the lip is very similar in the same spot as this one, maybe just a little bit higher, but we're still right around the same spot. Nice rounded shape. How far did you come back? If you're more than 2/3 of the way down, then you're, by my training, you're out of it. Some people even say higher. But the rule of thumb was 66% of the way down invalidates it. And just a quick way to measure that is your 618 is 61%. So she's not quite down to 66%, which would be down through here. So yeah, it might be by my Thomas Bukowski and William O'Neill standards. It might be. Well, that's cool. Still, even if all that stuff is new to you, it could also be an Adam and Eve. Oh, cup and handle. We just, it's a smorgasbord around here. We just grab whatever fits, don't we? There's so many ways that you can look at this, for real. And the channel idea is one of my favorites, but you can take a move from let's pretend that it's just a cup and handle only, or even if it is Adam and Eve, it will have the same measure move. I will draw this belt line right here. It is a belt line. Belt line, some people call it a neckline. I have a reason for calling it a belt line. I'll happily tell you about it. But we apply that on top, and that gives us the measure move. For either the Adam and Eve or the cup and handle, because you're basically, if you do zoom out, you're basically looking at a channel idea. Because price, kind of travels in channel. Well, I mean, it's not the most perfect channel in the world, but I'm just saying. So I'm going to put this little measure move up there, and we'll just watch and see if that little sucker hits. And if it does, we'll say, nailed it! And see if we can get that algorithm to do something for us. I'm trying to get that nailed it algorithm to work for me. Here's another idea if you're following trend lines and you got this thing going on, and it seems kind of noisy for a 4-hour chart. A retest that kind of went wrong, but now we're back in the good areas. So this is Axelar. I've got these low targets here, which shoot, why am I going to fool around with them? We got us a cup and handy to the upside. Shucks. As I got 236 Fibonacci here, this is going to be the first area that we got to get past around the 83 cents area, because we've been struggling around 80 to 83 cents. We haven't really made it past there, so that would be an accomplishment in itself. And then if we get fortunate enough to hit this measure move at 96 cents in time, that would be awesome. But don't expect a straight move up. Expect a lot of chop resistance and finding its way up there. Take a look at stacks. Can I find it here? Coinbase looks good. Rounding shape like that. Four hours got a bounce over here. That's kind of cool. Let's zoom out on stacks. Nice round in shape accumulation. Let's find out where our little discount zone is. We just left it. Sweet. So that means that we should be headed toward 212 on this little guy. And I'm going to look at these two bigger guys over here for longer term targets. 278 and also 325 make great longer term targets. In my personal opinion and personal experience. So, if you FOMO'd in right now, which I do not recommend, but if you're already in it, let's just say if you're already in it, you could add another 16% to your position there, or to your profits after we hit that level. 50% gains from where we are at the 277 area, and if we're fortunate enough to get up to 322, sooner than later, that would be a nice 76% gains. Often what you'd see, what I would expect, is try to go for this one first, get some kind of a pullback, however deep it goes, and then try to get up there. However, it may do something else. She may just decide to blast through that and start doing this and then go up there. Who knows? I mean, she can do it either way she wants to do it. Usually it's a rejection here and then there, but It's a nice backup target that gets hit on a very bullish move. Bullish, bearish charts do. Okay, we already got that. Good. Chris says my top 3 meme coins. Let's see. I've got my top 3. The main ones I'm playing. I'm playing this one called Motion over on Solana. It's got a little happy face $sign thing on it. And she's starting to move. She's starting to do some stuff, right? So I've been playing this little guy because, I actually added some in down here, and she did good. She went up 160%, and I was like, okay. Took some profits, and then added. I've just been adding in on every drop and taking stuff out on every pop. I don't know if I got the patience to wait for her to recover and maybe hit back some of these other areas, but if she does, I'm trying to ride that train. If she does, because coming back up to the area that she was just at recently, this would be a 3x gains to where the areas that we were back in August. And if she can recover back to the areas that she was in July, shoot, there'll be some gains that I want to be in on. I've gotten into this coin before and it just went up, and I was like, oh man, there's something to you, Motion. So we're talking like a 10x or something like that on these plays to get back where we have been on a coin that I just happened to stumble across and thought I'd take a chance on. So that's one. So that's one of my bigger ones. I would say Toshi. I've got a pretty good time of Toshi. Which how's it doing right now? I heard a billionaire talking about I'm putting it all into Toshi. I'm like, what? Oh, well, you're stupid or something to it. So I said, well, I'm going to play along too. So I put some money in Toshi, and it was back before Toshi got bigger. It was either here or here. It's before she blew up here. And I was like, well, dang. So I moonbagged that. And I don't have it on exchanges. I'm just doing this swapping on the wallets through the dexes when I'm playing these meme coins. So my approach to this was, at Toshi, if she gets below $200, I keep topping her off to $200 on one account just to kind of keep up with it that way. I forgot what I just put a couple $100 into it, and Toshi went up to like $1,800, so it did pretty good for me somehow. I think I'm thinking that's an accurate representation. She went up, what, 700%? Yeah. So that one's been a nice one. Or at least at that point in the game. She's been downhill since then. So, and Brett, I got about the same in Brett. I got a bag of that. Any other meme coins? What? Let me pull my Solana wallet up. What do I got? I know Motion's my biggest one that I'm focusing on. And then, of course, I got some really tiny positions and other ones I'm just really just playing around with, trying to see how they move. I mean, tiny. You're not coming up and telling me anything. Your connection timing up. I would have to say those are my top 3. I do have, I've got Tucker Carlson, which is starting to do better now. Tucker. It was sucking for a long time. I think that one should do good. I like the videos anyway. The YouTube videos that come out. So it's had a nice little pump lately. Not back to where she's been though. I'm hoping this one can get back to about 5 cents. Maybe if she can get back to a 9 or 10 cents, that'd be cool. She's at 2 cents right now, and been adding since she was under a penny again, just a little bit, not much, but. So I got that one, trying to see. This one's tied to Crypto Banner and all that. I used to play Gummy, but Gummy sucks. They didn't work that one right, and they let that one get out of control. However, Tucker, they might have something in mind with Tucker and played a little bit better. Sam says Elf? Or Aleph? Or A-E-L-F. Are we on the daily? Well, she's at the daily 800 moving average. She's kept it before. Wick blowed a few times, but it looks like she should hopefully continue to bounce off of that. It looks like we're going to come down and touch this guy one more time, and that's about 35 cents. I would look to see how price reacts here. She may just carry on through and went back. Who knows? That was a lower high from what we had over here, so. And broke a trend line. Possibly it could be just wicking through right now. We just don't see it. Let's check out on the 4 hour. Ooh, you look rough on the 4 hour or the Ichimoku cloud and just the price action. Let's tighten this up. Let's see if this will hold. I'm on the 4 hour right here, going to the extremes on the trend line. Let's see if that will hold. It's kind of far from all these moving averages, and price doesn't get too far away from them before snapping back. And it may be the start of a fun pattern. Maybe. It depends on how you look at it. If we're going from here, then hell yeah, we're in a megaphone pattern. If you're measuring from here, well, you're just in a screwed up range. Straight rep is still holding on. Oh my gosh. That one needs to die. Let's take a look at Altcoin. Haven't talked about that one in a minute. Seriously, I've not talked about this one in a minute, have I? She did a full double bottom here. Came all the way back to the zero line. Let's hope she doesn't come back and retest that. I'm on the daily. 9 across 360. Hope it doesn't cross the 800. That would suck. A little bit of roundiness going on, so kind of put the brakes on things. Trying to break out of the cloud. That's cool for right now. Woo, Altcoin, you look nasty right now. No wonder you ain't making me no money. So we're still in our accumulation zone or discount zone right through here. 359. Altcoin is cheap, and she was up to $11, almost $12 this year. So just to get up to a part of that, just get back up to $8 or something here, $9. That would be nice. And it can do it. We've seen it do it over and over and over again. Just got to be patient when we're in these areas because she can take her while, all right? Not the fastest moving. Well, she can when she gets going. She can move rather nicely, but until she gets there. So we got lots of little scallops going here, nice bottoming structures that maybe we're making some kind of a rounded bottom. It'll probably do some kind of triple bottom, something that looks like a head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders or something. Probably. So the safest place would be to get in, I guess, is once it confirms getting past 3 or 440. But the degens like me, you know, you like to buy the bottoms like now. So personally, I think it's a pretty good spot. Anywhere below 379 to accumulate this. And when she comes back up to this area where all these moving averages are hanging around, somewhere between 480 and 527 at that 618 Fibonacci from where we are now, well, that'd be a nice 50% gains. So your $100 turns into like 145, something like along the lines of that. The bigger payoff would be when your $100 turns into like 250. That's cool. Be nice if it happened before Christmas or happened before next year, but you never know with this stuff. It's a slow mover. Well, guys, it is that time. It is 11 o'clock. I've been going on for, well, a full hour now. It's about as long as anybody wants to watch a stream or fast forward through one. We've covered several coins. Still didn't get quite over everything. But there's always tomorrow, right? Just how I like to end the streams, is taking one last final look on Bitcoin whenever the software wants to cooperate with me. Still hanging out. 61,142. What have you done lately? You still been coming up. I'm on the tiny time frame now. I'm on the 6 minute. This is a lot of times I've got this turned on, just watching it, just for fun. I don't try to plan trades on here. I just watch the trades that I plan on bigger time frames, or ideas I look at on bigger time frames, see them play out here, and sometimes you can helps you nail a few things, or you get to watch it happen in time, I guess. But we are forming a little bit of a rising wedgie, and they are known to break to the downside. So if you see it happen, don't be surprised. However, if it breaks to the upside, hold on to the seat of your pants, because we're going up really fast, and that would be beautiful. I hope to see that. These things breaking to the upside is always a fun ride. Breaking to the downside, I can do without that. I'm not really crazy about that. No, I'll pass on that one. But if you go upstream, you go north, I want to be on that train. So she's got to break over this 200 moving average to do that on the 6 minute, man. Ichimoku Cloud says she's thinking about it. She's thinking hard about it. She wants to do it so bad. But look, you got another wedgie inside the wedgie. It's a double wedgie. Oh my gosh. You ever had a double wedgie? Man. Woo, I think I got PTSD thinking about those double wedgie scenarios. You ever had double wedgie been thrown in the locker at the same time? Luckily, me either. Well, guys, thanks for hanging out. Hopefully we'll get a break to the upside. There are no guarantees here what Bitcoin is going to do, but a slight chance of a bounce at the 382 area. Slight chance. We'll see if it happens. Even if it does happen, doesn't mean that they can't just slap us down over here at 63,000. So it's a shaky market. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago. So what does it look like? It looks like it's going to be a lot of shaky shake, and so far that's been holding up. Ichimoku Cloud was the one that was whispering that in my ear, and so far so good, but more up and down. But lots of ins and outs, man. Just you think we're going to get to 75,000 ever, and it just seems like it'll never come here. But one day we will. And you want to make sure that you're in the market at that time. So overall, just to put it, we've lost the 200 moving average. We're in trouble with the 9 moving average crossing over that. There could be some more downside. There might be a little upside before the downside. I don't know, but we are still, until we get above this 200 moving average. I mean, where you got to be bearish. That's just the rules of the game. We got to lean more bearish in whatever our thinking is on it. So 55, 57, or 58ish could be happening. It's just trying hard not to happen today. And maybe we'll get lucky. That would be awesome. I'd like to get lucky. I like getting lucky. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. And God bless you. Trade carefully.
Come on, come here, bud. Come on. You freaky dog.
I appreciate you for hanging out, Critical Mass. Hope you hang out more.
I don't need to analyze every word that comes out.
Favorite Ethereum meme coin? I guess Peppy would probably be it.
You won't make it to the finish line.
Oh crap, I do have a Floki position from way back. I've been holding on for that for a while. And I've got a Doge position from way back. I'm still waiting on those guys. They're moon back, so I guess I can include those. Those are bigger than some of my other positions in meme coins, so forgot about that.
Sharing secrets you wish really was part your life. Basic bullets.
Wishing everyone full bags. Well, that's a nice sentiment. I like that.
Promise you're the same. Running for the meds. Show you like my vibe. That's my candy on my wrist. Bad habits.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, John boy.